Well, hi everybody, I'm back, and today, well, the other day I made the carnita tacos, and I had a lot of meat left over. So I thought, what am I going to do with all this? Well, a lot of times I'll freeze it and save it for another day so I don't have to cook so much. But I decided I'm going to make soup. So we're going to make some Latin type soup. It's not going to be following a recipe other than what's in my head. I am going to be writing it down, so we'll have it written down what I'm doing. I'm going to be using a lot of cans of stuff. I'm going to be using fresh veggies too. So I've got peppers, all nice fresh ones, fresh onion. We're going to be adding some black beans. Got a couple cans of that. We are going to add corn, which I've already opened. And we're going to be adding some tomatoes and chilies. This sounds really good already, all. And remember, we already had that sauce in there, that marinade, so it's already flavored. The meat is going to be just delicious. And then we're going to use some enchilada sauce, some beef stock that I'm going to add to that, green pepper, and some wild rice. Now, when we go to serve it, we're going to be putting avocado on top. So we're going to have some sliced avocado on top for serving, for presentation and deliciousness, because I love avocados and they're just so good. Anyway, here in Michigan, it's been freezing rain for the last couple days. It was really kind of nasty out. Today was a decent day. I went out and went to the store and got some fresh stuff because I thought, you know what, I'm going to make some fresh soup today. So that's what we're going to do. So stick with us. Okay, we're back. And we're going to start cutting up now. So I've got my crock pot here. I'll take you a little trip over here, and there's our crock pot going. We've got it going. It's heating up. I had that sitting outside in my breezeway, which is heated, but not heated hot. So anyway, we're going to turn down to the board, and while excuse me, while that pot is getting up to heat, we're going to start cutting up some veggies. So first thing we're going to add is we're going to use a green pepper. So I'm going to use the whole green pepper. These other peppers, I've got 3 other peppers here. I'm only going to use half of each of those. And we're going to do some other meals this week. So I'm going to be using those up in those meals. And everybody knows already that I use my sink as my garbage can as I'm going along. So I just kind of throw everything in there. And then I clean up at the end. It just makes it easier for me to do that part for the garbage part. Okay, so we've got those 2 peppers done, and it's really easy to do. And we're going to slice this one in half, and we're going to set half aside. And they got these little stickers on here, which it's kind of nice, I guess, sort of, but I don't really like them. I always forget that they're on there, so I have to go searching for them. Oh, there's not one on this one. How surprising. Usually they're on everything. So, and I try to remember to do that on the ones I'm going to use that day. Because a lot of times when I go to peel these off, some of the skin comes off too. So, and those are real easy to take the seeds and that stem out. Just pull it back and right like that. There we go. Nice, quick, and easy. Now we're going to chunk these up. I'm not going to cut them super fine. I want to have these in kind of a chunky format because we want this to be like a hearty stew. So this is going to be like a Latin flair hearty stew. I'm using the leftover carnita meat. Oops, never even tied my apron. But I'm using that leftover pork carnita taco meat that I made the other day. And it turned out so good. I wish everybody could have tasted it. It really turned out really well. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn that into a soup or a stew. It's going to be thicker, so it's going to be probably more like a stew, I imagine we'd probably want to call it. All we're doing is just chunking these up. It's so nice. It's actually, I can actually see outside and it's not super dark. And it's only like 1:30 in the afternoon. But this time of the year, it's so cloudy here in the area I live, because I live right on Lake Michigan, that it is just dark and gloomy a lot this time of the year. Summertime is beautiful. This time of the year, nah, not so much, unless it's nice fresh snow. Nice fresh snow is nice. I like to go out walking that, go for a walk. I miss having my dog. That was kind of nice. Nevaeh was always around, and she kind of forced me to get out there and go for a walk because she wanted to go for a walk. So we used to go down to the park or go down to the lake quite often and go for walks. Okay, so this is our peppers. We're going to put this into our pot. When we come back, we'll start cutting up the other veggies. I'm going to put away these into baggies into the refrigerator for tomorrow's meal, and we'll be seeing you soon. Okay, we're back. I moved our crock pot over here so you can see it, and it's not super hot yet, but you can see the meat is starting to warm up really nice and how beautiful looking it is. Now we're going to throw in all this color. Oh, this is just going to be a wonderful stew. This really is. I've never made this before. Like I said, I'm just kind of throwing it together as I'm going along. But a lot of times I have my leftover meals, I do that. And I try to use up my leftovers. I don't always, and I have a lot of friends that, especially a couple of really good ones that come over and get food quite often. So they're pretty happy when I have leftovers. They come over and kind of like raid my fridge, which is good because I prefer to cook fresh meals every day. And I don't know, it's just a habit I've built up over the years. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to add an onion to this. So we're going to cut up an onion. We're going to, remember that cilantro we had? We're going to be adding that into this. And then we'll start adding our cans. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose there. This time of the year, it kind of gets me. So, got that taken care of. Got my hands all washed up, ready to go. So we'll cut our onion up. And again, we're going to chunk this, but we're going to make a little bit bigger chunks in our onion. Okay, so it's not going to be quite as small as the peppers, or quite as large as the peppers were. It's a little bit smaller. Just seems that people don't really care for really big chunks of onion on their spoon so much. So, just like so. And we're going to add that into our stew. Okay. So now we've got our cilantro. And that comes with a little binder there in the end, which is fine because we're not going to cut that far into it anyway. Oh, there's some back pieces here in the center. Throw that out. Now I got to look at it all. The only problem with cilantro is that it does not last in your fridge very long. Now, I did buy those food savers, and it seems to be working fairly good, but honestly, this time I got lazy and I didn't use it. I knew I was going to be using this stuff up within a couple days, and I didn't think it was going to be an issue. But note to self, that comes an issue. Okay, so, and we're going to take our other bunch, and we're going to reserve about that much. So we're going to use that to do some garnishing later. So, chop this up, and again, it doesn't have to be super fine chop. But that when you get down to the stems, I'm not adding that much of the stem into there. And sorry about that little ding, but that was coming over my phone and through my speaker. That when I'm not recording, I am listening to music. But I'm not allowed to play my music on YouTube. So I don't. It's not my music, it's music from other artists that I listen to and enjoy very much so. So, we'll be back shortly. We'll continue on and we'll start adding the cans of stuff, and this will start coming together. We're going to start cooking it, and it's going to eat it tonight. So, stay tuned. See you soon. Okay, we're back. I started stirring up that cilantro in there a little bit too. So we're starting to get this all stirred up together. And the one thing I may end up having a problem with, because like I say, I didn't measure this. This is just something off the top of my head I'm putting together, that I may not have enough room in my pot for everything. So, we will see how this works out. But there goes our can of black beans. We've got a can of the red enchilada sauce. It's medium. Add a little spice into there. And then we've got some diced tomatoes with green chilies. And then we have corn. Now I'm going to pour the corn with the water right into there. So the water that came in with the corn, I just put it right in there. A lot of times you tell you to go ahead and take that out of there and drain it. And I'm going to add that flavor in there and the moisture. And this is going to come together really well. Oh, look how this is looking already. We haven't even really started cooking this yet. So we're going to add in our rice, half a cup. So we got a half cup of the wild rice. And then this one I'm going to have to eyeball, but I'm going to be using some beef stock. And I am going to eyeball that to about there. So as this is cooking, the moisture from these vegetables is going to start releasing. So I'm not going to need to add a bunch more of this into there. But as this cooks, we'll see how it goes. We may end up having to add a little bit more of the beef stock. So we don't need a tremendous amount in there. Like I say, this is going to end up being more of a stew than it is a soup. And I had watched this wonderful series on Netflix, and it showed all this regional food from Mexico where they were doing all these different kinds of tacos everywhere. And it was just wonderful. In one of the regions, they did stews. Now, I don't know if this is close to any of their stews that they made there, but I am going to make some tortillas to go with us tonight. And so we're going to have a stew, and we're going to have the avocado into there also. So stick with us. I'll show you periodically from time to time how it's cooking, but we're going to put this is in our crock pot. We're going to start getting this cooking, and we'll be eating tonight. So stay tuned and see you soon. Thank you. Okay, folks, so I told you I'd be coming back. So you can see I've got my crock pot set. I put it at 4 hours. Initially I had it at 6, but I kind of was playing around and unplugged it by accident, so I had to redo it again. So I've got it going for 4 hours this time. So anyway, but it'll be ready in about 3 hours roughly. So that's what it's looking like right now. It's really coming along. And we'll be back in about 3 hours, and we spooning it out and serving it up. So thanks for watching. Well, hi everybody, we're back. And that noise you hear in the background, a little bubbling, that's from our crock pot. So we're going to turn that off. Anyway, we're going to turn the camera down to the board here. And one of the things I'm going to get ready is an avocado. So we're going to have an avocado with the meal tonight. And this is going to go right into the stew. And this is at room temperature. So I've had it out all day. So let me get right to room temperature. So in order to take the pit out, really easy to do. Twist with the knife, and it comes out just like so. To take the main part of the meat out, take your spoon, just like so. Nice and neat and easy. They come right on out. These are nice ripe avocados. I just got these at Myers today. So I'm just going to give these a nice little slice. And we're going to add these to our stew. So after rinse my knife off, we'll be back momentarily. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up some tortillas. So we're going to have tortillas with our stew along with avocado as a garnish. And we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And we're going to start cooking our tortillas. So as we're cooking those, we're going to keep flipping them. We're going to just toast them real nice. We're then going to add them onto our little plate. Once we get these all stacked up, we'll plate out our food and we'll be eating. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, we're finishing up the last tortillas, and oh, it's smelling so good. So anyway, we'll be back in a few moments. We're going to start plating the food up, and we'll be back. Okay, we're back, and I'm going to dish out a bowl here. Oh, the smell is just so wonderful. Set that off to the side. Yes, if you could just smell this. Look at that. Oh, it's just looking beautiful. We're going to throw some avocado in here. I love avocado. It's so healthy and good for you. Let's do a little bit of a garnish. And I'm throwing a folded tortilla here. What do you think? Well, this is looking just delicious. So with that, yes, very good. Come back, subscribe. Thanks for watching.